What if the hardest moments in your life weren't obstacles to success? What if instead that downward growth was the cost of admission? In 2009, someone gifted me with an anonymous $16,000 to pay for my last year of college, with the one request that I pay this gift for. That moment forever changed my circumstances, and it also changed my definition of success. I believe that in order to honor this gift, I had to rise quickly, visibly, and exceptionally. So I created a plan. I would become a millionaire by 25. I would impact over 160 million lives around the world. I would climb, achieve, prove that I was worthy of this gift that was given to me. But there was something that I did not understand at the time, which was this. I was chasing a version of success that only worked if I move upward. And that belief held true until my life started going in the opposite direction. In 2020, everything changed. I lost my mother. A woman who beat cancer not once, but twice, but couldn't beat the sudden infection of spinal meningitis. And watching your mother take her last breath, that moment is not only heavy, but that is a moment that you never forget. I remember someone explaining to me how heavy my pain was. They said, Mark, the pain hurts so much because you lost the first woman that you ever fell in love with. Grief does not feel like growth. It feels like everything stops. And around that same time, the career I was rising in went quiet. Opportunities slowed, conversations disappeared, and even the company I was building began to crumble. At that time in my life, I was not going up, I was going down. And I comprehended it the best way that I knew how. Something must be wrong. Because we're taught something very specific about success. Success looks like progress you can see. A higher title, a bigger number, a clearer win. And when your life is going in the opposite direction, you don't feel like this is part of the process. You feel like it's disqualification. But what if that's the misunderstanding? What if success is about how high you can go, but the downward growth it costs to get there? Understand this. Every environment that produces something of value has conditions. In nature, growth doesn't begin by rising. It starts in a direction that no one celebrates, downward. Because before anything can rise, it has to develop roots. Out of sight, under pressure, in the dark. Not because something is wrong, but because something is being prepared. And that's when I began to understand the downward season is not a detour for success. It is the part that qualifies you for it. It is the cost of admission. So that year I struggled in college, that pressure taught me to carry the responsibility before I ever received that $16,000 gift. The loss of my mother, it forced me to confront the reality of time the success never would have. It taught me to slow down enough to understand what truly matters before I ever built anything bigger. And the challenges that I faced in my company taught me discipline, structure, and clarity that I would have never developed if everything worked the first time. Now, don't get me wrong. None of those moments felt like progress, but every single one of them increased my capacity. And this is what I think we often miss. We want the outcome without becoming the person who can sustain it. We want the opportunity without realizing opportunity carries weight. And if we don't have the depth to carry it, what we are asking for will not elevate us, it will overwhelm us. This is why so many people reach moments that they once dreamed of and feel unprepared when they finally arrive, because they skipped the part that was supposed to prepare them, the part where you develop the cost and the downward growth. So now, when I think about paying that gift forward, I think about it differently. It's not about reaching the top of something. It's about recognizing when someone is in a season where they look like they're falling, but they're actually developing. It's about helping them stay in the process long enough to gain what that season is trying to give them. Because if you don't gain it, oh, my friends, you do not get in. Stop asking, how do I get out of this? Start asking, what is this season trying to give me that I am going to need when I get to where I am going? So if your life feels heavy right now, if you feel like things are moving slower than you expected, if you feel like you're going in the opposite direction, consider the possibility that nothing is wrong. You may not be off track. You may be paying the cost of admission. Because you have to understand this. Success doesn't demand vision, it demands capacity. And capacity is built in a place where no one is applauding. So don't rush past it. Don't mislabel it. And don't avoid the very thing that is trying to prepare you. Because the depth that you build right now will determine the height in which you can sustain. So stop fighting the downward growth. Start paying the cost of admission. And keep rooting. Thank you.